While the King of Fighters franchise has a rich history of charismatic and iconic characters, it is indisputable that incorporating guest teams from other series and franchises into KOF is something that we all dreamed about. In this video, we'll be looking at some exciting guest teams that could bring fresh gameplay mechanics and unique personalities to the KOF universe. I have scoured the gaming world to find the best potential additions to the KOF roster, and I also didn't limit my picks to a fighting game series either. The only rule for these entries is that they must come from a series or franchise outside of the SNK property. Without further ado, here's 7 exciting guest teams we want to see in KOF. Our first guests come from the Dead or Alive series, a fighting game franchise developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo. The series features fast-paced and fluid gameplay, as well as a diverse cast of characters with unique fighting styles. The first member of Team Dead or Alive is of course Kasumi, a female ninja and one of the main characters of the series. She is known for her lightning-fast strikes and agile movements. She is also one of the most popular characters in the franchise. Next is Hayabusa, a male ninja. Yeah, there are a lot of ninjas in this series, and another main character of the Dead or Alive series. He is known for his acrobatic fighting style and the use of his signature weapon, the Dragon Sword. He is also the protagonist of the Ninja Gaiden series. Finally, Mila is a relatively newer addition to the Dead or Alive roster. She is a mixed martial artist who dreams of becoming a champion. Mila is a powerful fighter who specializes in throws and striking moves. She also has a few moves that can be used to close the distance between her and her opponent. This team would be a great addition to the King of Fighters franchise because they bring a unique fighting style and diverse backgrounds to the roster. Kasumi's ninja techniques, Hayabusa's acrobatics, and Mila's MMA moves would complement the existing roster and add some variety. Additionally, the Dead or Alive series has a large fanbase, so adding these characters would bring in more fans and generate more interest in the game. Besides, Mai and Kula were already guests in the Dead or Alive games before. It's their turn to be the host this time, don't you think? Skullgirls is a 2D fighting game developed by Lab Zero Games. It features a cast of characters composed mainly of female fighters, as well as a story that explores the world of the Skull Heart, an artifact that grants wishes at a terrible cost. Team Skullgirls has to include Philia, the poster girl of the game and one of its main characters. She is a young girl with amnesia who has the power to control her hair like a weapon. In reality, it's not her hair, it's a parasite that lives on her head. It's a long story, which I made a video about and invite you to check it out if you haven't already. Philia is a fast and agile fighter, and her moveset allows her to attack from unexpected angles. Her teammate is Valentine, a nurse and an assassin who serves the game's main antagonist. She is a fast and technical character with a focus on strikes and grabs. Her moveset also includes several medical-themed attacks, such as using syringes and bandages to damage her opponents. We never had a killer nurse in KOF, so Valentine should easily find her place in it. Finally, Parasol is a military commander and the princess of the Canopy Kingdom, the fictional country where the game takes place. She uses her umbrella as both a weapon and a shield, and her moveset includes several ranged attacks. She also has the ability to summon soldiers to assist her in battle. I wonder how the Skullgirls characters will look in 3D. The 2D animation in Skullgirls is out of this world, and it's hard to imagine any 3D technology matching it. Nevertheless, it would be exciting to see these characters under a new light, and I think they would bring a unique and varied set of fighting styles to the King of Fighters roster. I mean, their styles are wacky as heck, but as long as it looks this dope, who cares about realism? Philia's hair-based attacks, Valentine's medical/ninja themed techniques, and Parasol's ranged attacks would make for a diverse and exciting team. Let's continue with the super popular Guilty Gear. The series is known for its unique blend of anime-style graphics, heavy metal music, and fast-paced gameplay. It features a diverse cast of characters, each with their own unique playstyle and backstory. Among these characters, Soul Bad Guy is the main protagonist. He is a skilled swordsman and possesses powerful fire-based attacks. Soul is a lone wolf who doesn't take orders from anyone and always fights for what he believes is right. Should he join KOF, I can't think of a better teammate than his rival, Kai Kiske, the captain of the Holy Knights. He wields a powerful sword and can summon lightning, and he also has the ability to create barriers. Kai is a calm and collected fighter who always puts the safety of others before his own. And to complete their team, why not add Milia Rage, the beautiful assassin who uses her hair as a weapon. She's incredibly fast and can move around the screen with ease. Milia is also a former member of the Assassin's Guild, and she fights to protect the innocent from those who would do them harm. She is also one of the inspiration behind the aforementioned Skullgirls character, Philia. Even their names are similar. Having the Guilty Gear team in KOF would be a great addition for fans of both franchises. The team's unique playstyles and personalities would fit right in with the other fighters in the game, and their inclusion would introduce new fans to the Guilty Gear series and vice versa. The only reason why this team isn't higher on the list is because Guilty Gear is a weapon-based fighter, and you know my opinion about including weapon users in KOF. This entry is the most special of this list, since the characters forming this team don't originate from a fighting game. Meet the Yakuza team, with Kiryu, Majima, and Ichiban. The Yakuza series is an action-adventure game franchise developed by Sega. The series follows the story of Kazuma Kiryu, a former Yakuza member, and other characters as they navigate the criminal underworld of Japan. While the series is not a traditional fighting game, the characters in it have a unique set of skills and abilities that would make them great additions to a fighting game roster. I mean, everything is already there. Unique moves, flashy attacks, they even have different stances. Kazuma Kiryu is the main protagonist of the Yakuza series. He's a highly skilled fighter with a powerful punch and an unbreakable will. Kiryu is also known for his strong sense of justice and his willingness to put himself in harm's way to protect those he cares about. Therefore, he's best as the leader of the team. Next is fan favorite Goro Majima, a recurring character in the Yakuza series. He's a former member of the Shimano family and a skilled fighter. Majima wields a knife and is known for his acrobatic and unpredictable fighting style. He is also known for his very eccentric personality. Their third member is Ichiban Kasuga, who is the main protagonist of Yakuza Like a Dragon. He's a former member of the Arakawa family and a skilled fighter with a strong sense of justice. Ichiban is also a big fan of Dragon Quest, and his fighting style is inspired by the game, because why the heck not? To be honest with you, the main reason why I want this team as a guest in KOF, I just want to see a canon match between Majima and Yamazaki. The Mad Dog against the Crazy Snake. That would be one hell of an epic fight. Now with a trio coming out from one of the most popular franchises in video games. Tekken is a fighting game series developed by Bandai Namco Studios. The series is known for its deep and complex gameplay mechanics, a diverse roster of characters, and its iconic storyline. The best representatives of this series, in my opinion, are undoubtedly the Mishima family, so let's include its 3 generations in one team. First, we have Heihachi Mishima, one of the main protagonists/antagonists of the Tekken series. He is a skilled martial artist and the founder of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Heihachi is known for his powerful punches and kicks, and he is a master of the Mishima-style fighting karate. He is known for his signature move, the Electric Wind God Fist, which is a lightning-fast punch that can knock out opponents in one hit. Next is Kazuya Mishima, Heihachi's son and one of the main protagonists/antagonists of the series. He's a powerful fighter who uses a mix of punches, kicks, and throws to defeat his opponents. Kazuya is also known for his dark and brooding personality and his ability to transform into his devil form during battle, which adds to his overall mystique and appeal. And finally, Jin Kazama, the grandson of Heihachi and the son of Kazuya. He is a skilled fighter who practices the Kazama-style traditional martial arts. Jin is known for his lightning-based attacks, much like his father. The inclusion of the Tekken team in KOF would be a great addition to the game, as it would bring together some of the most iconic and recognizable characters from the Tekken series. It would also allow players to experience the unique gameplay mechanics and movesets of each character, which are distinct from those of other fighting games. Furthermore, the Tekken series has a history of including guest characters from other franchises, including Geese Howard from Fatal Fury and KOF, making it a perfect fit for the King of Fighters. Though integrating characters from a 3D-based fighter into a 2D fighter might be a tricky endeavor, but Bandai Namco managed to do the exact opposite with Geese and Akuma with flying colors. So I'd say it is more than doable and possible to see Heihachi, Kazuya and Jin in KOF's roster. And with another team that doesn't originate from a fighting game series. Close though. Streets of Rage is a classic beat-them-up series developed by Sega in the early 90s. The games follow the adventures of a group of ex-cops as they fight to take down various criminal organizations in a fictional city. Now, if we have to choose representatives of this series, it has to be the original trio that were playable in the very first game. Axel Stone is one of the main protagonists of the Streets of Rage series. He's a skilled martial artist who fights using a combination of punches, kicks, throws, and ground up bars. Axel is known for his determination and never-say-die attitude. Next is his longtime partner, Blaze Fielding. She is a trained martial artist who uses a combination of kicks and throws to take down her enemies. Blaze is also known for her speed, agility, and a better mastering of ki energy, making her a deadly opponent in any fight, especially when using a makeshift melee weapon. Then we have Adam Hunter, my personal favorite of the trio. It was actually when I was playing him during my playthrough of Streets of Rage 4 that I realized how well he and the others would fit in a King of Fighters game. Adam is a former boxer who uses his fist to devastating effect in battle. All three of these characters would be an excellent addition to KOF's roster, or in any roster for that matter. They each have a unique fighting style with enough flashy and useful moves that would translate well to a fighting game, and their status as classic video game characters would make them fan favorites. Cody made a successful transition from a beat-em-up to a fighter. I can't see why these three wouldn't. And speaking of Street Fighter, it is obviously a legendary fighting game franchise that needs no introduction. Developed by Capcom, the series has been around since the mid-80s and has gone on to become one of the most iconic and influential video game franchises of all time. It's only natural that the best guests that KOF can have are ambassadors of the Street Fighter series. And of course, at the core of this supposed team, we'll find the poster boy of the franchise, Ryu. He is a master of the Ansatsuken martial arts style, which he learned from his mentor Guken. Ryu is a stoic and focused warrior who strives to become the strongest fighter in the world. Next to him is the super popular and fan favorite Chun-li, a skilled kung fu practitioner who works for Interpol and is often called upon to investigate criminal activities. Chun-li is known for her lightning-fast kicks and acrobatic maneuvers. For their third teammates, I personally root for Guile. He's also one of the most iconic figures in the series, who has no problem standing out from the crowd with his simple but super effective playstyle and timeless looks. All three of these characters would be fantastic additions to KOF's roster. They each have a unique fighting style and personality that would make them stand out in the game. It's worth noting that this wouldn't be the first time that characters from the Street Fighter and King of Fighters series to cross paths. In fact, they've shared the same roster multiple times in the past. Games like Capcom vs SNK 1 and 2, as well as SVC Chaos, featured characters from both franchises battling it out in intense fighting game action. These crossovers were a real treat for fans of both series, as they got to see some of their favorite characters face off against each other in exciting and unexpected ways. With the Street Fighter team potentially joining KOF, it's exciting to think about the new matchups and rivalries that could be born from this long-standing relationship between the two worlds. At least until Capcom vs SNK 3 comes out. Now I would like to hear from you. What did you think of these potential guest teams? Did you have a favorite team or character that you would like to see in KOF? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, this is just a small selection of the many possibilities for guest teams in KOF, and I encourage you to share your own ideas and fan casts for the game. Who knows, maybe SNK will take notice and make your dream team a reality. Special thanks to my patrons for their support. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and why not consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.